Ever wonder why you're curious about the things you're curious about and why your learning takes you to places that other people aren't necessarily privy to go? You ever think about why there are certain skills you need to acquire or certain histories and passages you need to read? Have you ever thought about the journey of your soul as it relates to what exactly is your path in this life? Peace, my name is Stacy Patrice. I want to talk to you more about this. Welcome to my channel. Welcome back to my channel. I had a transmission. I just got through practicing. And I had a transmission that came to me that said, this energy, this chi that's in our bodies that we work with, that is our energetic principle, that is the energy and the currency we carry out into the world, as well as the ways in which we sharpen our own sword, the ways that we find each other in our lives and assemble in order to do something very specific. This energy is not to be taken lightly. There have been times, even in my own path, in my own practice, where I have forgotten how much these practices mean to me, these skills mean to me, these curiosities mean to me. And as I have moved through life, I have gotten more and more curious about what else there is other than what people are showing me. It's like reading a magazine, it's your favorite magazine. But for some reason, every month they give you the same exact people, kinds of topics, and it's not deep enough for them to have any variation. It's just like every month when we talk about skincare, we're talking about Botox and peels. And every month when we're talking about hair care, we're finding ways to make our edges less curly, we're finding ways to make our hair less problematic, less dense. And every single time I read this particular magazine, we're finding new ways to elevate our standards of beauty to something that is not natural. And why is this what we have to read every month? And I ask this about life, not just magazines. Why is this the narrative that is being given to me every single month, day in, day out, year in, year out, decade in, decade out? It's like there has to be something else. All of the people who dive deep, I know you feel me. There has to be something else. We know there is something else. But why are we so quiet about what the something else is? Why is it a secret? Why is it a secret society? Because it's powerful. And so people don't want to lose their own magic, one, extending secrets to others, one. Two, people are not very enthusiastic about making themselves the target of animosity because you're the one to awaken people out of something that they're doing that they feel is false. And three, we're definitely not in a place where we have enough time to translate, relay, and catch people up on what it is that we've been up to so that we can keep moving. There's so many reasons why, but here I think is actually the main reason why. And it's because a lot of us are still on the path of life that we know is not an experiment, but we treat it as experimental, not just experiential, experimental. We treat it as if we're still trying to prove or better yet, disprove what is being told to us as being real. And I want to ask anyone whose eyes and ears capture this video to stop that. Stop trying to prove and disprove. You have nothing to prove. You have nothing to explain. You don't have to be the board of education for other people. However, if you are an awakener, you decide to share, you decide to give people the essence of what you're experiencing, knowing, feeling, and evolving through, having wisdom to evolve through. If that's who it is that you are, and that is a part of your mission, then carry on. But pay attention to the people that make you prove who you are in order to be in their presence. Pay attention to that because it's so subtle. It's so subtle that you could almost miss it. It's like as if I talk more, if I provide more videos, if I give you more things for free, if I allow myself to go outside of what I really want to discuss and assimilate into what is trending, what the algorithm thinks in order to reach you. Am I supposed to reach you? Is this the way that this is supposed to go? And a lot of people have talked about this over the years about how, the lack of visibility is killing their sales. Yes, it's killing your sales because your idea of sales is everyone, that you can reach everyone. It's just not true. You can't reach everyone. But if your idea is to reach the people that are your tribe, trust me, there's nothing you can do to hide. There's nothing you can do to hide. They will find you, you will find them, y'all will find each other. There's nothing you can do to hide. You just have to keep going. It doesn't mean that you have to have a consistent schedule that satisfies the algorithm. It doesn't mean that you have to talk about things that have nothing to do with who you are and how you live in order to fit into the schema so that people can see who you are. And then you bait and switch and then start talking to them about something else. And they're like, but wait a minute, what happened? It's like, yo, people grow and evolve. And there are going to be people that are going to weed themselves out. And then also what you're talking about is going to weed people out. But there is no sense in risking, who you are, risking your integrity, risking your safety, risking any of those things to speak to people that make you prove who you are. Your credentials are there. The internet is free. People can find out who you are. People can also, here's the big one for me, people can also be curious enough about who they are that they recognize who you are. That's the big one, right? It's that people want a validating authority to say, this person is okay. And what have we learned about that? What have we learned about those validating authorities that tell you that this person is the real deal or this person is who you should follow? What have we learned about that? They are for sale too. So we're not talking about, just the idea of who you follow. Let your spirit choose. Yes, certain people will be shown to you based on how you perform, and the algorithm will get better and better and better. And we are grateful for that. But we have to also recognize and remember that who you are is a special capsule of time and it evolves. And when you look back, have you ever looked back at who you are? Have you ever looked back at your old posts, your old writings, your old journals? And they feel just as fresh and also ancient at the same time. You feel like, who is that person? And also, I am that person at the same time. This is not about being impressed with yourself. This is about understanding your journey is continuous. It is not periods of visibility and invisibility. Do you see yourself? That's what's the most important. Do you see yourself? Outside of what you sell, outside of what you do, outside of your roles, your essence, do you see yourself? Are you radiating that power, that glow, that energy, that I am property? Do you see yourself? This is how you know your tools are working. When you can use a tool and energetically shift from one phase to the other, your tools are working. I was reflecting this AM on how much of a gift yoga has been in my life. I'm not talking about asana. Asana is great. I'm talking about yoga. The entire system has been in my life. I have been reflecting on the gift of what understanding nature, the cosmos, the wonders of nature, the replications of nature in the human body, paying attention to how we are all crystallizations, of consciousness, how we are all fractals of the earth, and paying attention to those things in a way that is really, really, really top tier to the point where you don't let people talk you out of it. I've paid attention to the comings and goings and the rhythms and patterns of people and how these people have come into my life, I've come into theirs, and what we're really here to do. Sometimes you think these people are your audience, or you think these people are around you because they care about you. And sometimes that's just not the case. Sometimes you're here to do special assignments, and when you're done, you're done. Sometimes you're also here to learn special things. You're here to be somehow included in the consciousness that other people carry for a time so that you can go off on your own path. These are your teachers. It's so important to know that in every single facet of your life, whether it was terrific or traumatic, that you were being birthed into something that you can probably not yet understand or explain. And to trust that process. Again, the terrific to the traumatic, to trust that process is to find unshakable faith in your ability and your life, and to understand that everything that the Creator has created is for you. Understanding that your inclusion is not limited to people's intelligence and people's mentality, but it also is benefited by people's intelligence and people's mentality. It's just that you're not for all mentalities, and nor were you birthed to be. There are very few people that were here to touch everyone. And even those people are somewhat miserable sometimes because touching everyone means a certain sacrifice of self. And if that is not what they're in it for, and that's not how they know devotion, then it can be very, very terrifying and traumatic for those people. Right. So I just wanted to say this today. This is a gift from my practice. This is a gift from my brain trust, my wheelhouse, things that I know to be sure. No one can tell me different. What you broadcast is your energy. Your energy is important. Tune your energy, move your body, move your stuck spaces. Just keep that energy going. We are all so much better when the chi is flowing, when we have the opportunity to remember who the heck we are. Okay? Remember who the heck you are. Who the heck you are. Who you are is for the benefit of others. It is also benefiting you, but it is also spilling over into the benefit of others. So think about that every time you get ready to make a decision, every time you get ready to make a statement, every time you decide to share something, think about what the impact could be. I'm not talking about can I reach thousands, can I go viral? I'm talking about is this the clearest expression of your energy and is it beneficial? Yes, we can teach people about our ups and downs, our trials and tribulations. But if it gets to the point that the energy that we're projecting becomes energy that hurts and harms others, then why are we doing that? Close it out. Work on your own energy and then speak from what is going on with you from that place of active, creative resolution in whatever way that is for you. Don't give people the traumatic as you're going through it. People think that's helpful. It's more harmful than you understand because what you are saying is that you are somewhere in this place that they may also be too, but you can also say that with your energy tuned and intact. Don't have a cop out for staying in that energy. Have a reason to move that energy forward and be a benefit. Be devoted to how you move through life. Be divine in how you understand your assignment and how everything is moving. And if that's too light for the people who are around you, let them work on their energy. Meanwhile, you stay working on yours. Please like, share, subscribe, and definitely comment. Let me know if this is something that resonated with you, something you've experienced in your life. Also, check out the programs that I've created from this light. We've got Blossoming of the Heart, which is happening on the full moons and new moons for the next couple of months. We've also got our To the East, which is my sidereal astrology self-study program, switching from tropical to sidereal. We are starting that on April 19th. We are en route. We are moving. I've never stopped doing this. Let's keep going. Whether you come or don't come, I know the people who are meant to be here will be there, and I look forward to seeing you inside. Peace.